We're just weeks away from the launch of the iPhone 17s, and with Apple just today unveiling when the awe-dropping event will be, let's talk details. Starting with the base model, we're getting a 120Hz ProMotion larger 6.3-inch display, which will finally be up to industry standards. And then all iPhone 17 models are expected to get a 24-megapixel 6-element lens selfie camera, which is a bump from the current 12-megapixel 5-element lens. But that's about it for the base model, except for the usual battery bump and new colors, which will be black, white, steel gray, a new more muted light blue, green, and purple. I'm glad to say this is the least exciting model this year. So let's move on to the next model, which is actually not a Plus, but rather an all-new iPhone 17 Air that's a model priced between the iPhone 17 and 17 Pros that's extremely thin, 5.5 millimeters thin possibly. It will have titanium in its chassis to compensate for a possible repeat of bend-gate from the iPhone 6, which would be a nightmare. But there are many things that can't be compensated, all because of the thinner body, as it'll only have one 48-megapixel wide camera, one speaker, and an inevitably worsened battery, which is said to have an iPhone 12 capacity from 2020. Yeah, not looking so great, and I don't think people actually want a thinner phone. Apple? Nobody asked. And now we're at the Pros, starting with a new design, which will be the first design change since the 11 Pro. The camera bar will be longer, and the entire sides and back will be made of aluminum, not titanium like the 16 Pro, to further reduce costs and also make it lighter. It'll also be stronger than the current glass back. Then, in the middle, there will be a glass cutout to allow for wireless charging. But it'll also enable something else, possibly an Android feature that will be much appreciated, reverse wireless charging, where you could put another device on the back of yours and just charge it. And the longer camera bar wasn't just for nothing, as we're set to get an all-new 48-megapixel variable focal length telephoto. This means you get a 48-megapixel shot, say, from 5x all the way to 8x, which is absolutely insane if true. But there have been other rumors of a 3.5x 48-megapixel telephoto, which would also be nice. This could enable 8K video, which would be a welcome change, and then we're also rumored to get dual video recording exclusively on the 17 Pros, where you could shoot with the front and back camera at the same time, which I don't think I'd really use, to be honest. Some other things we're rumored to get are an A19 Pro chip manufactured with a new 3nm process from TSMC, 12 gigs of RAM instead of the previous 8, a much larger 5000 mAh battery on the Pro Max, and a vapor chamber cooling system that might come to all models. Aluminum will also be easier to color, so we'll get some fresh options this year, including a dark blue and an orange, along with a possible new special edition color that should be white but have different effects under different light. Someone actually spotted the iPhone 17 in the wild, which is a leak that has to be on levels of that one iPhone 4 leak. And something else. Because of tariffs, the expected price of all models are expected to go up by $50. So, yeah, not looking forward to that. But altogether, the iPhone 17s are shaping up to be one of the biggest upgrades in years. And unlike others, I'll just say right here, right now, you shouldn't wait for next year's iPhone. We're just weeks away from the launch of the iPhone 17s, and without